Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician, and today we're going to be going into my long double box end ratcheting wrenches. I have 4 different brands and 3 of them are of different designs. 2 of them are very similar, but we're going to be going into the differences. I'll share the specs, features, pricing, the sets. Some of these I have individuals of because I bought them for specific purposes, and then some of them I have full sets of. 2 of them I have full sets of. 2 of them I just have a few random ones from each brand just for those specific jobs. But I just picked one from each set so you guys can get a good look at each one, maybe help you guys decide if you guys are interested in any of these for which one best suits your needs. And keep in mind that some of these ones that we are looking at, they do have different variations of. So there are a couple sets here that have a lot of features, but there are also a cheaper version of it, same brand and everything, they just offer it with less features, or maybe you want it with more features. You know, they have a different variety of these same ratcheting wrenches. So we'll be going over as much information as possible. I'll share you what I like about some of them, what I don't like about some of them. And if you guys enjoy, make sure to smash that thumbs up. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to drop a comment down below. If you guys would like to see any other type of content, any specific tool or specific brand or anything like that, please feel free to drop a comment down below. I'll do my best to make a video on it for you guys. But other than that, if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into this. So I just want to quickly go over my long double box end ratcheting wrenches. I have 4 different brands here, and some of them I own full sets of, some of them I just own a few random sizes for specialty jobs. And so I have them ordered from which one I purchased first to the last one. So the first one I ever bought was the Easy Red, and they've changed the design of the Easy Red I don't know how many times, and they also have different tiers. So you can get them, like this one has all the features. You can get cheaper sets of the Easy Red with less features. And they've changed the design. I don't think they offer this specific design anymore. They've changed like the locking mechanism and the reverse switch. They've done some alterations over the years. And the first 1 or 2 designs of this, I guess a lot of people really did not like. I've had good experiences with these, but I used them for maybe a year and a half before I won this set on an Instagram giveaway from Gearwrench themselves. I picked up this Matco and a couple other Matcos while I was going to college because Matco was there at the college, and then was also one of the sponsors for the race team. So I have a decent amount of Matco stuff as well. And then I also have the Tekton. This is the previous generation Tekton with the chrome instead of the brushed nickel plating. And it is the 6-point as well. And so I like to use these on like brake jobs and things that I want to make sure that I'm not going to damage. So I did think that 6-point was really nice. I know it's not as common, but I know a lot of people really liked that these were offered in 6-point, which they are not. They are now available in 12-point, and it is a satin finish. I think they've done a good job on those, but this is the one that I have. So first up, let's go over the Easy Red. The Easy Red one has the most features out of all of them. This design has a different size on each end, both ends being ratcheting, and it is a spline drive design. So it is good for multiple different styles of fasteners. Now, the spline drive is going to be personal preference. Some people hate it, some people love it. I think it depends on the brand that you go with. A lot of the cheaper ones out there and some of the brands out there have horrible fitment. If you get a good one, the fitment can be great and will work for, 6-point, 12-point, square, many different styles of fasteners. So I think spline drive does have its place. Do I think it's necessary to be used on all fasteners? No, absolutely not. But it's still a great tool to have if you get a quality one. I haven't had any issues with the Easy Red set, the generation that I have, as far as function or fitment. This one has a locking flex head and very little movement when it is locked in place. So that's very nice. Some of the reverse switches can be a little difficult to operate, or at least they were straight out of the box. They smoothed out over time. No issues with that. I do like the reverse switch mechanism. Once again, I don't think they have this design anymore. If any of you guys own a newer generation Easy Red set like this, let me know. but I don't think this is available anymore. You do have a little bit of an offset here where it protrudes from the actual housing, which I do like, which allows you to kind of get on a fastener without the wrench being in the way. I believe this is a 72 tooth. Overall, I like it. Now, something to keep in mind is the Easy Red is quite a bit thicker than all of the others that I've ever used. They do have quite a bit thicker housing, and that goes for all of the sizes from the smaller ones in the set all the way up to the larger ones. They're just thicker, but they feel good, they feel sturdy, and I really like them. Next up, we have the Gearwrench 120 XP. The Gearwrench does offer a non-120 XP version of this. I believe it's a non-flex head ratcheting on one side and a solid non-ratcheting on the other, where this is two sizes in one wrench, ratcheting on both sides. The Gearwrench of this design, the 120 XP, is a fixed end and a ratcheting, both being the same on each side. And it is a much thinner profile, especially compared to the Easy Red. You definitely get a lot of good length here. This 12 millimeter is roughly 14 inches long. So with this style of ratcheting wrench, you can get a lot of torque. So while I really, really like this design, like I was saying earlier, I used these for about a year and a half or so before I ended up winning this set, and these just kind of started sitting around. I like these because when I'm using something this long, sometimes it's for reach in awkward places, sometimes it's for leverage. And I like the fact that I can use the solid box end to break a fastener loose. Then I can swap it over and finish with the ratcheting end, so I don't have to worry about putting too much pressure on the ratcheting mechanism since these are so long. So I do like this design. Each one has their place. It's all personal preference. The finish on these, they're decent. You can see it's a little wavy. The cut here along here isn't perfect. But as far as fitment, this is also a spline drive. Fitment of these have been great. I use these these are basically my go-to. These two I own full sets of, these two I don't. They're just random ones that I have. This is my go-to when it comes to my long double box end ratcheting wrenches, and I really, really enjoy them. This is the 120 XP, which is a 60 tooth with dual alternating pawls. Very, very smooth. And then we have the Matco. Gearwrench, owned by Apex Tool. Matco, at the time, was a sister company, not owned by Apex, but still a sister company back when they shared a lot of their design preferences and all of that. So a lot of the Matco and Gearwrench stuff was very, very similar in design, but they were not the same. Some items, you know, maybe picks or, you know, certain items may have been the same. Handle designs have always been different. There have always been minute differences. They were never the same company. I can't remember, Matco just sold to somebody in 2020, I believe. I can't remember the name of the company. That's not what we're here to talk about. But basically what I'm getting at, these are both very, very similar ratchets or ratcheting wrenches. Now this is a 3/8 compared to the 12, so I did get out the 10 so you guys could kind of see the difference here. A little bit better comparison, closer to the same size. I don't have the Gearwrench in a SAE set, but looking at the box ends, the Matco is a spline drive, but the spline drive just tends to have a little bit different shape. You can see the points are a little bit different. You can see the mechanism here is different as well. You can see the outer ring of the ratcheting mechanism is outside of the metal housing, whereas this one has a smaller ratcheting mechanism, basically. There you can kind of see the flex. A little bit wider here than the Matco. As far as thicknesses, I'd say the thicknesses are very, very comparable. The box ends, this side being the Matco, this one being the Gearwrench. As far as fit and finish, I'd say they're roughly the same. Looking at the box ends, you can tell there is quite a difference there. Looking at the teeth, as well as the overall outside shape and thickness of the ring around it. And then looking at it from the side, you can see where the Gearwrench, it's offset, which I do like that these have the offset on the non-ratcheting end, is just parallel. whereas the Matco actually tapers, or it gets smaller towards this end. So as you can see there, so you can see the material around it here on the back, and then on the front, the difference just because of that taper. Overall, I think they're both great. The Matco I only have a couple different sizes of. I've had these for roughly 8 years, and so I don't remember the tooth count on it, but none of these are cheap. There are cheaper options out there, but these are the ones that I own and that I've been happy with. So with the Tekton, just like the Easy Red, you get a different size on each end. They are both free floating flex heads, no locking position, no reverse switch. They are 6.72 tooth, which is weird because the new design, they didn't even bump up in tooth count or anything like that, which was surprising. But these operate very, very smoothly. This has a specific job, and I really enjoy it for its long reach and its free floating flex head. As far as thickness, it is on the thinner side. Never had an issue with thickness being an issue or torque being applied to it and being an issue or anything like that. It just operates really nicely. So a few different options here. Free floating flex head, 6-point, which now if you get it from Tekton, free floating flex head, 12-point satin finish. The Matco is going to be more on the expensive side. Spline drive, free floating flex head, fixed head with an offset. Same thing as the Gearwrench. Spline drive, 120 position, free floating flex head, spline drive fixed end. The Easy Red having the locking flex head, the reverse switch, spline drive, and being a little bit thicker, but all of them are great options. Let me know your guys' thoughts or what you guys went with. Once again, there are cheaper options. I'll try and have these as well as some others linked down in the description if you guys are interested. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below of your guys' thoughts or if you own any of these. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.